I never used the elevator at night. Never. Not because I believed in ghosts. Not because I was scared. I just didn't like how it felt. Too quiet. Too still. But that night, the stairs were closed. And I didn't have a choice. That's when I learned something. Some elevators don't just take you up or down. They take you somewhere else. That I worked in a corporate building downtown. Glass walls. Steel frames. During the day, it looked modern. Busy. Alive. At night, it felt different. Like the building was watching whoever stayed behind. I stayed late often. Deadlines had a way of piling up. And I was used to being the last one to leave. That night was no different. At least, it didn't start that way. By the time I shut my computer down, it was almost midnight. The office floor was empty. Desks dark. Chairs pushed in. Even the hum of computers was gone. The silence felt heavier than usual. I packed my bag slowly. Too slowly. Something about the quiet made my skin crawl. I told myself I was tired. That's all. The stairs were at the far end of the building. A long walk through dim corridors. The elevator was right in front of me. Bright. Waiting. I stood there longer than I should have. Then I pressed the button. The light came on instantly. No delay. That should have been my first warning. The doors slid open with a soft ding. Inside, the elevator looked normal. Mirrors on 3 sides. A flickering ceiling light. A worn carpet that had seen too many years. It smelled faintly of metal. And dust. And something else I couldn't place. That I stepped inside. As soon as my foot crossed the threshold, the doors closed. Hard. The sound echoed. I hadn't pressed any button yet. But the elevator started moving. Down. Slowly. My stomach tightened. I reached for the control panel. My floor number was already glowing. I hadn't touched it. I stared at it for a long moment. Then I laughed softly. Old buildings glitch. That's what I told myself. The elevator slowed. Stopped. The doors opened. Cold air rushed in. The hallway outside was dark. Too dark. A broken sign hung crooked on the wall. I squinted. B2. I frowned. We didn't have a basement too. I stayed inside the elevator. The doors didn't close. They waited. That's when I heard it. Breathing. Not mine. Slow. Heavy. It came from behind me. From the mirror. My throat tightened. I didn't turn around. I pressed the door close button. Once. Twice. Again. Nothing happened. The breathing grew louder. Closer. Like someone leaning in. Enjoying my fear. Suddenly, the doors slammed shut. The elevator jolted. It started moving again. Up. Faster this time. My heart was pounding so hard I thought it might burst. The lights flickered. The mirrors blurred. For just a second. They didn't reflect me. They reflected someone else. Tall. Still. Standing right behind me. I spun around. Nothing. When I looked back at the mirror, my reflection was normal again. I forced a laugh. It sounded wrong. Get a grip, I whispered. The elevator slowed. Stopped. My floor. The doors opened. I rushed out without looking back. Behind me, the doors stayed open. I heard the breathing again. I ran down the hallway. That night, I didn't sleep. For weeks after, I avoided the elevator. I took the stairs every day. Every night. Even when my legs burned. Even when my chest ached. I told myself it was temporary. Then one night, the stairs were closed. Maintenance, yellow tape. Bright warning signs. I stood there staring. The elevator doors opened on their own. Ding. The sound echoed through the empty lobby. Inside, the lights were brighter than usual. Cleaner. Almost inviting. I hesitated. Then I stepped inside. The doors closed immediately. This time, I pressed my floor. Nothing happened. Instead, another button lit up. B2. No, I said out loud. The elevator dropped. Smooth. Controlled. The air turned icy. The lights dimmed. The mirrors darkened. In the reflection, I wasn't alone anymore. Someone stood beside me. Close enough that I could feel the cold coming off them. I kept my eyes forward. Didn't breathe. The elevator stopped. The doors opened. The hallway was full. People stood there. Dozens of them. Still. Silent. Their eyes were open. But empty. One stepped forward. Its mouth opened. And it spoke using my voice. You finally came back. The doors started closing. I screamed and shoved my arm between them. Pain exploded. The alarm blared. Suddenly. Everything reset. Lights on. Mirrors normal. The doors opened to my office floor. I collapsed onto the carpet. Security later said the elevator never moved. No basement too. No record. But sometimes. When I work late. I hear the ding. And I see B2 glowing. Waiting.